That's a hard call out by Zach Harper. Excellent job by him. Everything NBA. He saw John Wick. I'm gonna watch Event Horizon. That's for their. It's not a recommendation if it's on Cinepho, but I'm interested. I want to see what's going on there. But hard call out there by Zach Harper. Get him on the program. Talk a little trash with him. FAU San Diego State. All right. Hey, you know what time of show it is. Every day by the end of the show, we haven't been able to get to all the big stories. And you may be saying to yourself, Zaslow, is it a big deal? Is it not a big deal? Okay, let's do it. Big deal or not a big deal? Hey, if you're dealing with water, mold, or fire damage in your home or business, you may be saying to yourself, man, is this a big deal? Maybe it's not a big deal. I certainly don't know, but Water Cleanup of Florida, they're going to tell you. Call Water Cleanup of Florida, 954-900-8635. Call or text 954-900-8635. Water Cleanup of Florida. Any kind of unexpected damage, they're going to take care of it fast, right quick. You may not know. Hey, I don't know. Is this a big deal? Is it not a big deal? Water Cleanup of Florida. They're going to let you know if it's a big deal. Again, 954-900-8635. Let's get to it here. All right, first up on the docket here. This story is so stupid. So we know what's going on with Deshaun Watson, with Lamar Jackson. All right, Lamar Jackson wants a trade. The news came out yesterday that he requested a trade at the beginning of the month, March 2nd, 26 days ago. And we'll see how it develops. It seems like they're going to be past the point of no return right quick if they're not already there. I already told you how I feel about Lamar Jackson and what's going on. I think that he is playing it all wrong. I think the Ravens are playing it all right. The Ravens, hey, why would the Ravens bid against themselves? Go out there, get what you think you're worth. Oh, no one's willing to give it to you? What a surprise, because no one is going to get up to that phony baloney Deshaun Watson contract. Just because the Browns make bad business decisions does not mean every team now has to make bad business decisions anyway. So when the news came out yesterday, the Dolphins, they have a new safety. He's called Deshaun Elliott. Okay, welcome aboard. Not a great start, because in response to the Lamar Jackson news, he tweets out, #come to Miami. The hell's the matter with you? What's wrong with you, man? I mean, you've been here 5 minutes, and you're already doing the we need a better quarterback than Tua bullshit. What's wrong with you? I mean, it's not like baseball or hockey or basketball. Get as many of the great players as possible. We got one quarterback, man. Dolphin fan doesn't care about you. We don't know you from a hole in the wall. And you're already coming in here and talking about getting another quarterback instead of Tua? What the hell's the matter with you? And you could put all you want. Oh, it's just Twitter. I'm just joking. What the hell did you think was going to happen? #come to Miami. I don't know. Maybe Deshaun Elliott wants Lamar Jackson to be a wide receiver. Didn't some people think he's a wide receiver when he's coming out of college? Maybe he wants him to be a wide receiver. I mean, how stupid can you be? You're barely on the team. Worry about playing safety. All right. So I'm going big deal. It's just stupid. Don't be stupid. I don't like that. Big deal or not a big deal? It's so NBA. So you had a big-time matchup last night, right? Philadelphia 76ers at the Denver Nuggets. Embiid, Jokic, the top two MVP candidates. They played in Philadelphia already. Sixers won. Embiid had a huge game. All right, round two, right? No. Embiid's sore. He's sitting out. That is some coward shit right there. And if you don't think that's calculated, you're out to lunch. Embiid, all he cares about is this MVP award. It's all he talks about the last 3 years. He's obsessed with winning this MVP award. He's going to sit on his laurels after the one game where he dominated against Jokic. Why does he need to now go out in Denver? Maybe he won't play this one, and that will swing the vote, which it probably would. Why does he have to go up against Jokic? He already had a great game against him. All he cares about is that MVP award. And so he sits out last night against the Nuggets. I mean, hey, remember all those times where Shaq was playing against Olajuwon and Shaq would rest No, you don't remember it, because it would never happen. Big-time players played against big-time players. Now, they gotta rest. That is such a coward move for Joel Embiid. And you know what? Kendrick Perkins, who's a big Embiid guy, he let him hear about it yesterday on NBA Today.
What do you think of all this?
You ducking? Oh,
somebody throwing something? Somebody throwing something?
Oh, man.
Joel Embiid is ducking that smoke today. And y'all know how I feel about Joel Embiid. But here's the thing, right? He has been on record. We know how much it means to him to win this award. And here it is. You gave Jokic a spanking when they was down there in Philly. You have to give him an opportunity to get his lick back. You cannot sit out this game. I would have rather him sit out against the Phoenix Suns. Listen, I would have rather him sit out against the Phoenix Suns. Here's the thing, right? When it comes down to these moments and these matchups, I have a vote. I have a vote. And when I go and I vote and I'm looking at the MVP and who I'm going to pencil in, I'm going to remember this moment. It's only fair. Jokic gave you he showed up to work in Philly. You have to give him his lick back. Giannis showed up in Denver. Although they got whooped, he still was available. The series tied 1-1. You have to show up and play this game no matter what if you're Joel Embiid. And right now, from my eyes and me hearing it, it seemed like he's ducking the smoke a little bit.
It's a terrible job by Embiid. There's no defending it. It's a big deal. And I think there's going to be people who are turned off by it and they don't vote for him. I really do. Is that fair? Hey, that's for you to decide if you think that's fair or not. But Embiid, 1,000% ducked Jokic last night. It's like, nah, we only play twice a year. I already got him the first time. I'm not going to allow him to get his get back. Yeah, that's a terrible job at Embiid. That's a big deal. Big deal or not a big deal? So you got the NFL owners meetings that are going on. You got a bunch of head coaches. John Harbaugh's on my television right now. He was talking yesterday about Lamar Jackson, like at the same time that Lamar Jackson tweeted out he wants out from Baltimore. That's awkward for John Harbaugh. I'm not sure he knew about it when they were talking to him. But also, Mike McDaniel yesterday. Mike McDaniel, of course, worked for the Washington Commanders for a few years. And here he was asked about their potential sale.
When you work for Dan, did you ever think like this time would happen where you see him selling the franchise?
You know what? I get what you're asking. When I worked there, I felt as though he was a guy that has lived his whole life to be the owner of that particular team. So it is surprising, I guess, and from my experience, just because of my 3 years there, I didn't necessarily see that coming. But in general, people have different reasons to do whatever. I'm not going to pretend to know everything that's going on there. I'm just more looking at the fact that, wow, the organization's worth that much? And, I couldn't get free coffee?
This is not a big deal because it's really not even news. You're not surprised that Mike McDaniel has to pay for coffee. Daniel Snyder is practically a slumlord. This is not a big deal. And finally, big deal or not a big deal? Last night, Monday Night Raw. They call it WrestleMania Raw because this is WrestleMania week. The main event, Cody Rhodes versus the street champion, the undefeated Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes beat him. He pinned him. That's right. The first loss pinned on Solo Sikoa comes from Cody Rhodes. Next stop is SmackDown on Friday night, WrestleMania SmackDown, where Cody and Roman will be face-to-face. That was a big deal last night, Solo's first ever loss. That's right, I'm very fired up for WrestleMania week. This Friday, WrestleMania SmackDown. There's going to be the WrestleMania Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I love a good Battle Royal. And then, of course, this Saturday and Sunday, it's WrestleMania. Huge conundrum for me in the Zaslow Mansion family room. What gets big TV? What gets small TV? WrestleMania Night 1, Miami Hurricanes Final Four. I told you what I think I'm leaning toward as far as my plan. But that right there, that's a big deal. And I'll tell you what else. If you're dealing with a leak or damage in your home, let's make sure it's not a big deal. You got to find out. Text or call Water Cleanup of Florida, 954-900-8635. They'll tell you if it's a big deal. Wow. Great show today. Excellent job. Thanks to Zach Harper for joining us. Thanks to Jack McClinton for joining us. Hey, make sure you like, you rate, you comment, you do all that good stuff. Hit me up at ZASLOW Show on Twitter. Make sure you vote if you're a wrestling fan. We have our Elite 8 in our WrestleMania, Ultimate WrestleMania Moment Bracket Challenge. It's still real to me. That's my wrestling podcast. Drops every weekend. Sometimes get bonus episodes mixed in here or there, like we will later this week, probably Thursday night. But go vote in the Elite 8 in our WrestleMania, Ultimate WrestleMania Moment Bracket Challenge. Again, make sure you tell everybody about the show. Great job by everybody who put together a phenomenal show today. You guys are all working so hard. I really appreciate everybody's hard work. We'll talk to you on ZASLOW Show 2.0 tomorrow. You know what that means.